Hey there, West Michigan. Hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. Thanks for watching 13 Plus. It's been a good start again to that weekend, and the great news is we're looking at more beautiful weather as we head through the next couple of days. So I hope you really have some time to get out to enjoy it. Speaking of which, this was the sunrise, not today, but yesterday over at Muskegon Lake. I just love the colors in this photo that Bill sent us. Beautiful blues and oranges kicking off the day. We're going to see a little bit more cloud cover for those sunrises as we head into Sunday, but nothing too bad and certainly no rain. Of course, we love to share your photos here at 13 on your side. You can send them to me on social media. Meteorologist Michael Behrens on Facebook and at Mike Behrens WX on Twitter and on Instagram. When it came to your high temperatures today, lots of 70s, just a couple 80s out there. 80 in Kalamazoo and Mount Pleasant, 79 for Grand Rapids and Holland, 78 in Muskegon this afternoon. Above average temperatures, but right in line with the forecast. Told you 79 hit 79. That's a bullseye in the 15th day in a row. Inside 3 degrees, only 3 misses in the last month of forecasting. When it comes to tomorrow, we're looking at very similar conditions to today. That's why 13 weather ball is lit up in green as no change is foreseen. View of the 13 weather ball, of course, sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. We're looking at temperatures right now that are starting to fall through the 60s and 50s across West Michigan. That's as of about 10 o'clock. 66 in Grand Rapids, 59 now in Holland, and 58 in South Haven. Light winds will continue overnight as temperatures fall through the 50s. Will be up back into the 80s for tomorrow, but with partly cloudy skies that move in tonight and stick around through your Sunday. We're going to call that low overnight tonight. 51 degrees. Will be up to 81 for that high tomorrow. Temperatures keep climbing though as we head toward Memorial Day. Monday bringing us a temperature of 84, mostly sunny with a little bit of haze coming back into the forecast as well. Radar quiet out there and will stay that way through most of the next 10 days. Very few, if any, rain chances coming toward West Michigan. There is cloud cover though. You can see the rain down toward Virginia, moving its way into eastern Kentucky. Not going to get close to us, but the cloud cover already lifting through the region, and again that will keep us partly cloudy later tonight and into the day tomorrow. So let's go ahead and track it with the hour-by-hour forecast. We see the cloud cover pushing through West Michigan. Again, no rain makes its way toward us, and in fact the cloud cover will have plenty of sunshine coming through it as we head throughout the day tomorrow. We'll see those clouds stick around through early Sunday night, but they start to move out as we head toward Monday. That's when we turn back to mostly sunny skies for your Memorial Day forecast, and the weather going to stay pretty nice all across West Michigan as we head through next week. Taking a broader view of conditions on Memorial Day, this is early in the morning. You can see the rain down toward West Virginia, Washington, D.C., and parts of Ohio and Kentucky. Also a little bit of rain back out toward the Central Plains. Those will be the areas to keep an eye on if you're going to be traveling, to watch for some rain, mostly central East Coast, and then again back out from the Dakotas all the way down through Oklahoma. Could see a few showers, maybe some thunderstorms as we head throughout the day. Again, none of that gets near us here in the Great Lakes, just nothing but quiet weather across our region for the holiday. When it comes to the temperatures as we head through your Sunday, 70s close to 80 on the lake shore tomorrow. Those temperatures expected to be right around the 80s for our northern zones, with low 80s continuing from Grand Rapids down to Kalamazoo. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. As for temperatures rise through the 80s as we head through the early part of this coming week. We'll be up into the 90s as we get toward Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. Humidity too is going to be around, so we could see a pop-up shower Wednesday and Thursday. A little bit better chance Friday and Saturday, but again, this is a tiny rain chance, only 30% and isolated in nature. We'll cool back down closer to average by the time we head toward the end of the forecast.
The 13 on your side beach and boating forecast, sponsored by AAC Credit Union.
And now it's time for your beach and boating forecast. If you're heading to the lake shore on Sunday, look for a little bit more in the way of wave activity than what we saw for today, but not by a lot. 1 to 2 foot waves central and northern portions of the lake, around a foot as you head towards southern Lake Michigan. Again, partly cloudy skies and a little bit of light wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour for the lakeshore forecast on Sunday. Water temperatures, though, they're not going to be very warm. In fact, still quite chilly with many areas in the mid to upper 40s, low 50s, about as warm as anywhere in the lake is going to get through this holiday weekend. Like we said, it is Memorial Day weekend, and the cold water temperatures in Lake Michigan aren't going to stop thousands from going to the beach. 13 on your side's Micah Cho visited one of the most popular spots to speak with police about how they plan to keep the area safe.
Hey, feel the pressure right now.
The summer beach season is kicking off in West Michigan with the unofficial start of summer Memorial Day weekend. State parks like Grand Haven are expecting thousands of beachgoers. Hallie Tubergen and Griffin Gruce spent the evening in Grand Haven. They're expecting to make another stop this weekend, and the crowd's not worried for the two.
Oh, they're packed. Even if it's cold, I mean.
While they're going to be keeping the beach in mind, they're also aware of how cold Lake Michigan is right now.
What's the water temp feeling like right now?
Chilly. It's pretty cold.
And it's those waters that may make you want to rethink going for a swim here at Grand Haven State Park, or really any state park in general. We were able to get a water temperature reading. As you can see, it's just over 50 degrees. And Captain Lee Adams with the Grand Haven Department of Public Safety says at those temps, it could cause problems for some swimmers.
With 50-degree weather, the beginning stages of hypothermia can set in about 10 to 15 minutes. So you can lose some dexterities, you can lose some of your fine motor skills.
Captain Adams also asks everyone visiting Grand Haven to have fun, but to do so respectfully.
There's no alcohol and no marijuana allowed on the state park or any city property. We just ask that they behave out on the pier, out on the beach. We've had issues in the past couple of years out on the pier, and we will shut it down if it continues to be a problem. We'll shut down the pier, we'll shut down the beach. The state park is usually on board with shutting down the beach as well if we have major issues.
In Grand Haven, Micah Cho, 13 on your side.
And another risk this holiday weekend is the dry weather and the fire danger that comes along with it. We've already seen several wildfires here in West Michigan this spring, and with a largely dry and warm forecast, we could see more in the weeks ahead. With that in mind, a new study is revealing more about how many people in Michigan are now at risk from wildfires. Here's why that number has been increasing.
People are moving out into areas where we know there is a risk here.
That's Caitlin Trudeau, a senior research associate at Climate Central, describing the trend in population growth since 1990 in something called the wildland-urban interface. Think of this as an area between cities and urban regions where trees and forests intermix with houses. These zones are especially at risk for impacts from wildfires. Here in Michigan, we've seen a greater than 31% increase in people living in this interface zone since 1990 and rank 8th in the United States for land area in this zone. With so many people at risk, Caitlin recommends preparing your home now before fire danger reaches a critical level.
Clearing brush, making sure that you have a good amount of space between you and the forest. You don't have a bunch of trees hanging over your roof. It's not possible for everyone, but the more defensible space you can create around your home, the smaller the chances that if there is a fire, your home's going to go down with it.
Scott Holman, a spokesperson for the Insurance Information Institute, gave us similar advice and told us most insurance will cover wildfire and smoke damage, but also warned you need to be aware of your policy.
You want to make sure you have enough coverage. Do you want to have replacement cost coverage? Do you want it to make you whole? Or if you're just getting enough to pay cash value, that may not be enough to rebuild.
As climate change continues to warm our planet, this risk isn't going away. So learning to live with it now is the best course of action. Now, Scott also wants to encourage people again to have that conversation with their insurance agent to make sure they fully understand what they have covered, and also recommends keeping a list of what's inside your home just in case it needs to be replaced after a disaster. Down we go. Woo! Let's go! Weather from the slide. Woo! And that was me yesterday in Fruitport for their old-fashioned days. That festival runs through Memorial Day. I gotta tell you, it's a real good time, especially that slide. But there is much more to do than the rides. The Fruitport Lions Club hosts the event, including a Memorial Day parade on Monday.
The parade starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon from the middle school and goes down the middle school, down Pontaluna Road to 3rd Avenue to Park. We have a grandstand where we'll announce who the people are and where they come from and all of that over at the corner of Pontaluna and 3rd.
Now the rides are open from noon through midnight this weekend and again until 7 o'clock in the evening on Memorial Day. Now that you're up to date with the latest forecast and some news headlines from around here in West Michigan, you can always find more on 13onyourside.com or by downloading the 13 on Your Side news and weather apps. For now, though, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.